Is April 26th, 2022. May we get a roll call, please?
Board President Girardi.
Here.
Board Clerk Jarrell. Here. Board Member Cornett.
Here.
Board Member Espericueta.
Here.
Board Member Wood. Here. Student Board Member Corona. Here. And Student Board Member Romero.
Here.
Next item is the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by our Student Board Member, Stephanie Romero. Would you please stand? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next up will be the reading of our mission statement by our student board member, Kiona Corona.
All members of Palm Springs Unified School District are united in our commitment to equity. We create deep, meaningful learning opportunities, build professionalism, and engage parents and community to ensure success for all students. All students graduate with the skills, capacities, and confidence needed to succeed in a rapidly changing world.
Thank you, Kiona. That takes us to item 7, which is a report on closed session actions. Clerk Jarrell, are there any closed session actions to report this evening?
There are no actions to report at this time.
Thank you very much. Item 8 is approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda, either as presented or with any amendments?
Move for approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. That brings us up to our special recognition, so we're going to come down there. And when we call your name, please join the Board of Education in front of the dais.
Would you like to introduce them?
Okay, well, I think first we're going to start with the spelling bee. Yeah. Okay. First off, we would like to congratulate and honor our champions of this year's district spelling bee. So could we have Jalen Meza from Cielo Vista Charter School and Ivan Labrada Escobar? Come on up.
Good job.
Congratulations, Ivan.
Way to go. Come on and do it.
Nope. You have to stand right here.
Come on over.
Congratulations. You're welcome. All right. On January 21st of this year, 21 student spellers from the district's 16 elementary schools and 5 middle schools completed to determine the 2022 Spelling Bee champion and runner-up. Jalen Meza took first place in round 13 by correctly spelling comportment. This is Jalen's first year as Spelling Bee champion. Jalen competed at the Riverside County Spelling Bee on March 23, 2022 via Zoom. The runner-up and second place winner is Ivan Labrada Escobar. As runner-up, Ivan was an alternate for the Riverside County Spelling Bee. On behalf of the students and staff of Palm Springs Unified School District, members of this governing board and administration, it is our pleasure to honor and congratulate you for your participation in the 2002 Spelling Bee. Congratulations to both of you. So, Jalen? Okay. Will you spell comportment?
No pressure. No pressure. Should we come around?
We're going to take a picture, okay?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Congratulations. Sorry. Next up, the governing board wishes to recognize and commend the following participants and gold medal winners of the 2022 Riverside County Inland Science and Engineering Fair.
All right, it's my pleasure to welcome up these amazing scholars and give them this special recognition. First of all, we have Thea Baladad from Catherine Finchie Elementary. Is she here? Come on up. Want to shake their hands? There you go. Next, we have Odin Caballero from Cabot Yurxa Elementary. Will you go over that way? Congratulations. All right. Next, we have McKenna Campbell from Vista Del Monte Elementary. Okay. Next is Marco Gonzalez from Rio Vista Elementary. Congratulations. Then we have Excel Martinez from Cabot Yurxa Elementary. Next, we have Tede Solano from Landau Elementary. Congratulations. Good job. We welcome up Andrew Sullivan from Cabot Yurxa Elementary. Good job. We welcome Zachariah Teal from Rio Vista Elementary. Good job. Okay, from Cabot Yurxa Elementary, Anjali Toledo, Cabot Yurxa. Next, from Landau Elementary, Arya Williams. From Raymond Cree Middle School, Antonio Lopez. From Cielo Vista Charter School, Nevea Cardoza. Good job. From Desert Learning Academy, Marcus Madrigal. From Cielo Vista Charter School, Allison Master. Good job. Okay, from Cielo Vista Charter School, Jasmine Recinos. From Cielo Vista, Fabian Rivera. Good job, thank you. Next, from Desert Springs Middle School, Clover Valverde. Good job. Congratulations. From Raymond Cream Middle School, Trent Baladad. Okay, from Raymond Cream Middle School, we invite Tracy Inting. Congratulations, good job. Okay, Desert Springs Middle School, Azalea Monco. And from Cielo Vista Charter School, Italy Acosta. Congratulations, Italy. Next, from Cielo Vista Charter School, Emily Jeffries. And last, we have from Cielo Vista Charter School, Ciclali Marquez Perez. Thank you, congratulations. Just to be sure, we didn't miss anyone, I hope. We're okay? All right, that's good, thank you.
All right, now let's see how good you guys are. You have to, if you're in between, move forward so we can all see each other. You can see me, I can see you. I don't know, yeah, you guys need to move on. And I think I can get everybody. You just move in tight. See, you're in the right place. All right, move, back row, move in a little bit. There we go. That's it. All right. You guys can all see me, right? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, one more. 1, 2, 3. We did it. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody. Also, before we move on, I would like to thank for the science fair, Mr. Philip Hudick, who helped coordinate that science fair, tremendous effort, and then our teachers that helped with our spelling bee, and other staff members, Ms. Jessica Whitman, Noel Gutierrez, and Nancy Stewart. Everybody did a tremendous job. Thank you. Turn my page. All right. Next up, we're going to be honoring our Employees of the Month for April 2022. So the Governing Board wishes to recognize and commend the following employees for the month of April 2022. We have a few short videos produced by our student media interns. So I believe those are going to play first.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Dyer. I'm the principal at Bubbling Wells Elementary School.
I'm Betsy Gomez, the assistant principal at Bubbling Wells.
And we nominated Laura Enriquez Hernandez for our Employee of the Month for Classified. Laura is one of our bilingual paraprofessionals. She is helping all of our kindergarten classes, but she goes way beyond helping just our kindergartners. She is helping every student at our school.
The students love her, the staff love her. She knows her students, she knows academically where they are, what they need, and is very supportive.
When she's working with the students, you can see how much they care about her and that she cares about them.
Not only has she made the connections with the students and the staff, but with the parents. The parents love her, and they're able to talk to her and ask her questions, and she's able to update them.
We love and appreciate Laura so much, and we are so excited that she is the Employee of the Month. Hi, my name is Jennifer Geyer. I'm principal at Bubbling Wells Elementary School.
My name is Betsy Gomez. I'm assistant principal at Bubbling Wells Elementary.
And we are very excited to have Julie LaFleur as our Employee of the Month. Julie is one of our special ed teachers. She is our resource teacher, helping students individually with their individualized education plans, but she goes and does so much more than that.
Julie really knows her students and knows where they are emotionally, academically, and reaches out in all aspects of students' lives.
She is constantly building strong relationships with the families and really helping build that homeschool connection.
Julie is a wonderful support for staff when they need extra academic support, extra ideas and strategies to use with their students. They're able to go to Julie, and she has a toolbox of things that they can use.
We are so proud to have Julie as our Employee of the Month for Certificated. She is an important member of our Bobcat team, and everybody here loves that she's here with us.
Hi, I'm Vicki Parkinson, the Director of Special Education, and I nominated Michelle Fiore as Certificated Teacher of the Month. And the reason that I nominated Michelle is because Michelle is one of our special ed teachers who works with students who are medically fragile, and she makes their learning so much fun and is so engaged with each and every one of her students. Every single school day that kids come to school, Michelle wakes up, she enters her classroom, and her kids come in, and it's really happiness all around. I've never seen a day where Michelle hasn't been on top of her game, making sure that her students receive the best education that anybody can give a child. I know I'm thrilled to have nominated her, as is her principal, Mr. Hammond, and the rest of the special ed teachers and Palm Springs Unified. So congratulations, Michelle, you are definitely deserving.
Hello, I'm Pete Van Busker, Fiscal Services Director for Palm Springs Unified.
And I'm Leslie Murray, Academy Supervisor for Fiscal Services, Palm Springs Unified.
And we are here to nominate Betty Garcia for Employee of the Month. And Betty Garcia has passed her 21st anniversary with Palm Springs Unified. She previously worked at Desert Sands as well. She has a lot of school business experience to offer. I call Betty my secret agent, since I can have her work at any of our positions.
And I have had the pleasure of working with Betty over the past 7.5 years as her peer and as her supervisor. I found Betty to be a valuable asset to the fiscal staff. She rises to any occasion without pause and provides a unique perspective to the table. As Pete mentioned, she has a diverse knowledge of the department's operations. I know I can count on Betty to handle any task thrown her way with efficiency and precision. She is always willing to provide additional support wherever needed within the department without hesitation. Congratulations.
I'd like to call up Betty Garcia. Congratulations. I'm going to read some nice things about you. Okay. Want to turn around so everybody can see you and maybe take a picture? Betty Garcia is a wonderful employee. She is an accounting assistant in the Physical Services Department and has been working with Palm Springs Unified School District for 21 years. Betty is extremely knowledgeable and is always willing to help her team and colleagues. Betty, on behalf of the students and staff of the Palm Springs Unified School District, members of the governing board and administration, it is a pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Classified Employee of the Month for April 2022. Is there anyone in the audience you want to recognize?
Just want to say thank you to Pete, of course, my boss, and Leslie. They've been great. And of course, Tony, I can't forget about him, even though he's not here, but they were great. And yeah, he's here, I know, but he's at COD now.
Oh,
yeah. But anyway, I enjoy working with everybody. It's just like a family here, so I just enjoy it. And I'll continue. Huh? We're family members, yes. Just my husband here. He's here. Right in front. Yeah, he's recording right there. You can see him. But yeah, but thank you so much for this award.
Congratulations. Here, will you stay up here though, if you sure want to take a picture?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to give you this.
Okay, can we have Julie LaFleur up here, please? Okay. Julie is an excellent educator who is consistently striving to meet the individual needs of her students. Bubbling Wells is so fortunate that Julie has been serving with the Bubbling Wells Elementary School Bobcats for the entirety of her 19 years with PSUSD. She's a pillar within our school community, consistently striving to learn more and be the very best she can be as a professional for all of our students. She is one of our school's biggest cheerleaders at student events, both on-site and in the community. She's an inspiration to us all. Julie, on behalf of the students, the staff of Bubbling Wells Elementary School, the members of the governing board, and the administration, it is a pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Certificated Employee of the Month for April 2022. Anybody in the audience you'd like to recognize?
Everybody. But to my husband, who's always supporting me, everything I do, to our great admin, Jen and Betsy, and all of the Bobcats, former Bobcats, current Bobcats. Just love what I do and love working there, and
it shows.
I love it. Thank you.
Congratulations. Looking at both of those.
That I will do for Laura Hernandez. I'm left-handed. Laura is an exceptional bilingual paraprofessional. She has been part of the kindergarten team at the Bubbling Wells Elementary for 10 years. Laura enjoys her job, and she demonstrated it daily when working with the student. She is organizing, and knowledgeable, and a team player. Laura, in behalf of the student and staff at Bubbling Wells Elementary School, member of the governing board and administration, it is a pleasure to present you with this plaque a recognition as Classified Employees of the Month for April 2022. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the audience who you would like to recognize?
Yeah, my husband and my 4 kids that came over here, and to all the Bubbling Wells staff too, for supporting me too. Thank you.
I will leave you the rest of the notes. Thank you. Laura. You have them.
It's off. Okay, it is on. Okay. All right. Well, it's exciting to bring up Michelle Fiore. Come on up, Michelle. Well, we're going to show you off. All right. So Michelle Fiore is a passionate and dedicated special education teacher at Catherine Finchie Elementary School. She has been with Palm Springs Unified for over 15 years. When the pandemic hit, Michelle successfully restructured her classroom to support the needs of her students. Michelle has been inclusive and supportive of her students' individual needs by implementing a high-flex classroom. We saw that in the video, which allows students to safely learn from home. She is a true superstar. So Michelle, on behalf of the students and staff of Catherine Finchie Elementary, members of our governing board and administration, it is a pleasure to present you with this plaque of recognition as Certificated Employee of the Month for April 2022. Congratulations. Now, is there anybody you would like to recognize?
Oh my goodness, there are so many people I want to recognize. I want to first of all thank Dr. Parkinson for nominating me, for all of the amazing students that I teach, their families, for Mr. Hammond, who always has a smile on his face. It's easy to work with that man over there at the helm of Catherine Finchie. So thank you very, very much. I want to thank the board for being so supportive and listening. And thank you all for just being awesome. Thank you, Palm Springs Unified. Love you guys.
I will.
Gladly. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, congratulations to everybody that's been honored tonight. Great job. Next up is item number 10. This is going to be our student board member report. So our first student board member report will be presented by Palm Springs High School student board member Kiona Corona.
Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good night. I just want to say thank you to the board for letting me have the opportunity to speak tonight. My name is Kiona Corona, and I'm a student board representative from Palm Springs High School. Okay. I'd like to begin the night off about events that passed and events that are coming up. So the last week before spring break, we held a Backward Spirit Week, which consists of people dressing up as old people and underclassmen as toddlers. And this was our first rally back in our gym, coming back from distance learning. Here are some pictures from our buff ball and powder puff. Buff ball is when the boys play volleyball, and powder puff is when the girls play flag football. So during spring break, we had a group of students from welding and film that were in a competition for broadcast news. Over 2,400 people, or students, in California attended. 3 of our welding students got gold and are flying to Atlanta, Georgia this June. At our school, we have a business academy called ABLE, and they competed in FBLA, and 14 of our students competed in different events individually and as teams. And here are some pictures here's a picture of me and Dylan and I. We are Citrus Belt Athletes of the Year, which is the top senior athletes in our school. And there's another picture. I'm so sorry. Our spring sports are having their senior nights. Some have passed, and today we have our DEL in track. So I would like to honor those people who are in DEL. Some upcoming events. This is the Final Blast concert held by Brian and Beverly Engelson. It's honoring their farewell for their retirement, and they would like to invite the board to go on May 18th. Our ASB has set up the theme for prom and is a night in Athens. It would be at the Westin in Rancho Mirage, and we're working on promotion ideas to let students have the opportunity to come to prom. And today we have our PSHS staff versus the Palm Springs Police Department at a basketball game. It is a charitable cause going to our athletic program at our school. Sorry, just breathe into the mic. Our final performances for theater, choir, and strings are held May 4th and May 11th at the Ridger Center for free. And this is our final dance performance for that on April 29th, this Friday, and tickets can be purchased on GoFan or cash at the door for $7. And our film is hosting a district film festival for high school students and middle school students to come and show off what they've created in their film on May 6th, and they would like to invite the board as well. And it's for free, so come see some films created by students. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Kiana. Okay, next up, we'll have our student board member report from Stephanie Romero from Rancho Mirage High School.
Good evening, my name is Stephanie Romero and I am the student board representative for Rancho Mirage High School, and this is my final report. We're going to be looking at our theater classes production, our musical theater university, every 15 minutes, announcements, prom, sports, and senior events. We're going to be looking at theater. We had a production, Head Over Heels. It is a play about learning to about love and learning to accept everyone regardless of who they are. The soundtrack that was used was inspired from a band from the 80s called the Go-Go's. MTU is the musical theater university. It is a program that is auditioned for, and the program invests time into talented students, enhancing their talent. The Sound of Music was a performance that was held March 22nd and 23rd at the Sonoran in Palm Springs. Every 15 minutes is a 2-day program to teach juniors and seniors about responsible decision making while under the influence. As we know, juniors and seniors are starting to get their driver's license, so it's very common that these accidents happen. Our executive producer was Mr. Brian Beliveau. We had our first responders, police officers, etc. It was very emotional. Announcements, we had spring break, April 11th to the 22nd. A lot of students were on college trips, committing to schools, going to Coachella. We had our pep rally, April 25th, which was yesterday. We had our cheer team, our dance team, and we had the prom court walk. We have AP testing, May 2nd to the 13th. We have our prom this Saturday, April 30th. The classes of the class course for next year is open right now to add courses or drop. And we have the last school days for the school, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which are minimum days for finals. We had our prom fashion show. The makeup and hair was done by Elite Cosmetology School, located in Palm Desert. The prom fashion show is put together by the junior class president and the prom committee. Seniors that volunteered were to dress in prom attire and to get other students excited for prom. Bliss is our prom name. It will be at the Omni Rancho Las Palmas, Saturday, April 30th from 8 to 12. There will be a seated dinner, formal prom pictures, and a photo booth. Our Rancho Mirage baseball team just had a tournament. It is called the Central Coast Tournament. They went to San Luis Obispo. They were defeated, but they did improve a lot. Our boys tennis team, they had their senior night Thursday, March 14th, and they also improved tremendously this year. Our Rancho Mirage track team, they worked very hard to improve through obstacles. As we know, we had a rough year last year due to COVID. The struggles from getting back to that, we had a full year this year, thankfully. Everyone improved their PR, which is their personal records, through track meets and practice. Trinity Barnett, a good friend of mine, she's very kind, dedicated, and hardworking. She is a great part of our school's success, and she broke our record in the 100 and 200 meter dash. Our senior panoramic picture was Thursday, March 3rd. Next up for seniors, well, we recently just had the COD trip. It was for students to go look at the school, see what a feel of the college, their classes. Our buff ball and powder puff games are May 20th. They're coming up, and we're gonna have our practices for the boys and the girls. Our last day of school is May 25th, and that day we have a senior sunset barbecue carnival. There'll be big inflatable bouncing houses, there'll be water balloons, music, food. It'll be very fun. We have grad night the next day. The seniors will be very tired. We get to school at 11 a.m. and come back at 5 a.m. And graduation is June 1st. Thank you everyone for being here, and I wanted to thank the board for having me this year. It's been truly an honor. I also want to thank my ASB advisor, Brian Beliveau. He's the best, he's so awesome, and he's always shown me so much guidance and has had so much faith in me and has always believed in me, so thank you everyone.
Thank you, Stephanie. All right, next up is public comments. Clerk Jarrell, have we received any email comments this evening?
President Girardi, we have received 24 electronic comments that have been distributed, read, and reviewed by the Board of Education. The 24 comments pertain to the cancellation of the ACE Academy. And we will not be reading those comments. However, the board does have them at their disposal. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next up are in-person comments. Just as a reminder, all comments are to be directed to the board, be under 3 minutes, and shall be devoid of any personal attacks. Members of the public are expected to maintain a professional, courteous decorum during public comments. Board members do not respond during public comments. And I believe I have 4 speakers this evening, and we'll start with Megan Fry.
All right. President Girardi, members of the board, members of the cabinet, and guests. My name is Megan Fry, and I am the coordinator and teacher for the Academy for Careers in Education at Desert Hot Springs High School. I am here today to ask you to reconsider funding the ACE Academy at Desert Hot Springs High School. We believe this academy is imperative to not only our school, but also our district, as we see a mass exodus of teachers from the profession. We are left with unfilled teaching positions, sub-shortages in all facets of our district system. We believe the ACE Academy could provide a pool of local Desert Hot Springs professionals who are invested in their local community and the Coachella Valley as a whole. In addition, we believe that the ACE Academy aligns with our district mission statement, which has been said at the beginning of the meeting and is also posted on the wall. We believe also that the ACE Academy, as we continue to rebuild after, the ACE Academy continues to be in a rebuilding phase during this global pandemic. During the 2020-21 school year, I inherited the ACE Academy with a total of 14 students. As we began distance learning, we were still able to create learning opportunities by interning at Rio Vista Elementary School, supporting the counselors' weekly social-emotional learning classes and breakout rooms. We also were able to support Cabot Yerxa, Bubbling Wells, and Desert Springs Middle School with their distance learning and breakout rooms in the midst of a global pandemic. Though our numbers were low, we all had hope. And during distance learning, we were still able to recruit 33 new students to the Academy for Careers in Education. During this school year, we worked as a community and have potentially recruited 34 new students. Imagine what we could do if we were given the opportunity. We believe we can recruit and maintain an academy of 120 or more students at Desert Hot Springs High School. We also have created awareness at all of our middle schools. Our students in the ACE Academy created a presentation, visited over 40 different classrooms, and recruited at all the middle schools within our district. We have worked really hard to grow this program.
Excuse me, Miss Megan, you have 14 seconds.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have created new bonds and extended our community, so we will have hope, and we again would like to ask the district to reconsider funding the ACE Academy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Fry. Next up, we have Elizabeth Puga.
President Girardi, members of the board, members of the cabinet, and guests. My name is Elizabeth Puga. I'm a senior at the ACE Academy for the Academy for Careers in Education. And I am also the Academy's secretary. In hopes for your reconsideration on the funding of the Academy, I would like to discuss the graduating class of ACE and how the Academy has assisted us in pursuing our goals. Our senior class this year has a 100% graduation rate, with all the students planning on attending college or entering the military. I myself will be attending Cal State San Bernardino in hopes of entering a career in elementary education. The ACE Academy has greatly assisted our senior class to prepare not just for our high school courses, but also the journey that comes after them. Ms. Fry has done very well to present us with volunteer experiences, scholarship opportunities, and job avenues. I would now like to read the names of our senior class and the universities they will be attending. Kiana Session, COD. Estolia Cruz, COD. Adrian Tuwala, CSU Fullerton. Sarah Garibe, COD. Deirdre Morgan, COD. Josue Ceja, COD. Josephine Aguiano, COD. Kelly Madero, UC San Diego. Ariana Soto, The Marines, or COD. Jasmine Moran, CSU Fullerton. Chris Zavala, UC Irvine. Julini Lopez, UC Santa Barbara. Once again, as you can see, the ACE Academy is aligned with our district's mission statement to create a more equitable future. Please reconsider funding the ACE Academy, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Puga. Next is Mr. Josue Sega.
President Girardi, members of the board, members of the cabinet, and guests. Hello, my name is Josue Ceja. I'm senior graduating from the Academy for Careers in Education at Desert Springs High School. I wanted to continue in sharing all the positive things and outcomes of the ACE Academy. This academy has afforded me the opportunity to be a part of a work-based learning program to further my discovery in the field of education. I began my internship at Desert Springs Middle School, and I was able to connect with incoming freshmen who were interested in becoming teachers themselves. Seeing their ambitions and drive was to become an important and productive member of our community and was refreshing. We currently have 27 freshmen in the ACE Academy who will never have the opportunity that I had. With the decision to no longer fund the ACE Academy, I find it quite shameful to see such wasted potential. On that same note, the ACE Academy was able to log 910 hours of work-based learning. If paid the current volunteer rate, that would be equal to $27,254.50. In addition, we created a larger community outside of Desert Hot Springs High School with our local elementary and middle schools, and we had planned to expand to include 2 new schools. Even during distance learning, we found ways to make connections with our larger community through events, fundraising, and supporting our local schools, through breakout sessions, and so forth. With these experiences, they have allowed me to grow as an individual and hone my skills in education and beyond. Once again, please reconsider your decision in no longer funding the ACE Academy. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Ceja. Karen Johnson, please.
Good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well and had a fabulous spring break. I'm here to actually touch on something I covered last spring as well. God, it's getting warm out there. But I know I'm not going to have to talk about it nearly as much this year as I did last year because Dr. Kovatz and Jessica Whiteman have been working very diligently with our elementary principals to help ensure that we have some consistent inclement weather plans moving forward and to help ensure that we don't miss many days of much of our lunchtime and the extra planning time that our elementary teachers have during that time due to that hot weather. So just wanted to let you know, I'm here to say thank you. I appreciate what our district has been doing to help our teachers. Wow, those are some really nice logos on those ACE Academy shirt arms. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Karen. All right, seeing no more speaker requests, we'll move on to item 12, which is board member comments. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share this evening? Member Cornett, why don't you go first?
Yeah. I just want to thank everybody tonight that presented in-person comments and to all of the people who wrote to us in email comments about the ACE Academy at Desert Hot Springs High School. So thank you for your input, and I know that our administration will be providing the Board of Education more information on your academy. So thank you. Also, thank you to our student board members, Kiana and Stephanie, for their excellent school reports. And I'm looking forward to all of the end of the year activities. We certainly, it's going fast and will be to June 2nd, I guess is the last day before you know it. So relax. I know testing is coming up, and hopefully everybody needs to just put their best foot forward and do the best that they can, and have a nice 5 or 6 more weeks left of school. So thank you.
Thank you. Member Esperacueta?
Thank you, President Girardi. And only I want to say thanks, Kiona and Stephanie, for the good presentation, for keeping us updated. And I want to thank the comments related to ACE at the Desejada Spring High School. And I read the all emails, and it's thank you for the all information that we learned, and we will work in that. And also, I'm very excited that the graduation are around the corner, and so it's like the year is run fast, but I'm seeing by the student not. Also, next Saturday, I have been participating in one organization and regional organization related to promote or to find solution for the affordable housing or the housing crisis. That event will be in the Cathedral City City Hall next Saturday, 12 p.m. And I have been participating in those events with Ruby, and it's interesting, and I think it's something that is necessary to find a solution. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. Anybody else have any comments? Go right ahead.
First of all, I'm so excited to see you proceed to a future, all excited and ready. I understand that Stephanie's going to Stanislaus, and she's getting ready. She just visited last week. Congratulations. And Kiona, we're so proud of you, Athlete of the Week. Let's give them both a hand. They're amazing. And Kiona, where are you going to go? Where are you planning?
I plan on attending UC Berkeley in the fall.
Wow, that's great. We're so proud of both of you. Thank you for helping us this year. I was lucky enough to be invited to speak to the Lions Club of Palm Springs because during the spring break I was off, and we had a chance to speak to about 15 members of the local club. They're really interested in knowing when our ceremonies are so they can give money to our students. They weren't aware of when the ceremonies were. And so those are the dates are starting to come up. They present scholarships to our students, and they built with their own money the first tennis courts at Palm Springs High School. And this club is really active and wants to stay involved with our school district and with our students. They do still recycle gently used glasses, and they are very much interested in helping to work with us. That was my first activity. The second activity was the same spring break week. I was invited to Desert Learning Academy to visit some special education classrooms to have a burrito for breakfast and see what the kids were doing. And so I went to the school. I got to meet the students, some of the instructional aides, and see the program Ingenuity, the program they were using, and some of the activities. It was the last day of the spring break session, and it was really exciting to see kids were still going to school on that day and wanting to participate in education. And then we were invited to participate in a county-wide Coffees and Conversation with Mr. Holguin. And we had a women leaders panel of 8 women from across the county. And it was exciting to hear their points of view about equity, about women leaders, about being sponsors, being mentors, and through their questions and answers, we learned a lot how much we can do as women leaders. So that was inspiring, and I encourage our board members to attend some of those Saturday sessions if possible. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Madonna. Stephanie and Kiona, very great, very nice presentations. Thank you very much. And Stephanie, thank you for your participation on this board this year. It's really been a pleasure to get to know you and to work with you, so thanks a lot.
I appreciate
I hope you
that.
come away with a good experience from this.
Thank you, I do.
A couple meetings back, I was talking about all the efforts we've been doing at Desert Hot Springs High School, all the capital improvements we've been doing up there. And I know the board's aware, or the administration is aware of this. I saw it in one of the Friday communications, but I just want to put it out in the public record. There are other schools that need some sound efficiencies. I went to School of Rock at Cathedral City High School a couple weeks back. Their theater is really underwhelmed with sound capacity. So if we could take a look at all the schools and make sure that they all have adequate facilities, I'll just say. Also, as far as the ACE Academy, thanks for bringing it to our attention. I think we just need to get more information before the district can decide how we're going to proceed with that. Other than that, I'm done. And I guess that brings us up to the substitute superintendent's report.
Just want to welcome everybody back from a wonderful spring break, but no other comments. So thank you, Mr. Girardi.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Senior. Item 14 is a public hearing regarding the initial proposal for successor agreement from California Teamsters, Local 911, Teams 1 and Teams 2, to Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD. This pertains to OE 4.9. The board now opens the public hearing on the initial proposal for successor agreement for California Teamsters, Local 911, Teams 1 and 2, to Palm Springs Unified School District. Have any written comments been received by the district as to Teams 1 and Teams 2's initial proposal to PSUSD?
President Girardi, no written comments have been received.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone present who wishes to provide oral comments on the Teams 1 and Teams 2 initial proposal to the Palm Springs Unified School District? Seeing none, later in the agenda, the board will consider approving the initial proposal for successor agreement from California Teamsters, Local 911, Teams 1 and Teams 2, to Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD OE 4.9. Since there are no oral comments, I will now declare the public hearing closed. Item 15 brings us to board action items. Item 15A is approval of certificated and classified employee transactions. Dr. Senior A is going to present this item.
Okay, first I'd like to call up Ms. Melissa Galato. Right over here, yes. Okay. We are very pleased to recommend to the board Ms. Melissa Galato as the new assistant principal for Nellie Kaufman Middle School. Ms. Galato received her bachelor's degree from Central Michigan University and her master's degree from Brandman University. Ms. Galato started her career with Palm Springs Unified in 2006 as a 7th and 8th grade science teacher at Nellie Kaufman. During her career, she has served in several leadership roles, including ASB director, advisory lead teacher, AVID coordinator, and administrative designee. In 2009, Ms. Galato was recognized as the Nellie Kaufman Teacher of the Year. Ms. Cinda Killebrew, former Nellie Kaufman Middle School principal, said of Ms. Galato's dedication, "Melissa is a person of integrity and of strong character. She works tirelessly to meet the high expectations she sets for herself and the programs she oversees. We are confident that Ms. Galato will be a valuable addition to Dr. Dimmick's administrative team at Nellie Kaufman." Congratulations. Any comments you'd like to share with the board? Anybody you'd like to recognize this evening?
First of all, I just want to thank the Board of Education and Cabinet. I really am just so fortunate to be afforded this opportunity to serve my school and community. in this new capacity. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Dr. Dimmick, I want to thank you for your leadership and your inspiration. Without it, I don't know if I'd be standing here, so I appreciate that. I also want to thank my parents who are watching from Michigan. I want to thank them for showing me the value in serving others and believing in me always above all else. Lastly want to thank my husband for his unwavering support, being my biggest fan, and really just truly loving me for who I am. I'm honored and humbled and excited to take on this new endeavor. So thank you.
Next, I'd like to call up Ms. Maria Oregel. It also gives me great pleasure to recommend to the board Ms. Maria Oregel as the new assistant principal for Desert Springs Middle School. Ms. Oregel received her bachelor's and master's degree from Cal State San Bernardino. She started her career in 1989, serving in several capacities such as bilingual instructional aide, group counselor, special education teacher, resource specialist, and educational guidance counselor before joining Palm Springs Unified in 2006. During her tenure with our district, Ms. Oregel has served in multiple counselor roles at Cathedral City High School, James Workman Middle School, and Bubbling Wells. Currently, she is the Dean of Students at Desert Springs Middle School. While at Desert Springs Middle, she has done an outstanding job of establishing very positive relationships within the community. As Mr. Omar Tinoco, former Desert Springs Middle School principal and current Desert Hot Springs High School principal, said of Ms. Oregel, she is not only a professional, but the type of caring individual we need in administration that is student-centered in all of her decisions. Ms. Oregel will be an excellent addition to Mrs. Drummond's administrative team at Desert Springs Middle School. Congratulations. Anything you'd like to share with the board? Anybody you'd like to recognize this evening?
I used to think I was nervous, but it's excitement. I'm very happy to be here. It is a pleasure to represent our district as your new assistant principal. I am grateful and honored to continue my commitment to the Desert Hot Springs families and the community. I want to thank Cabinet and the board, my family, for all of their support, and my parents who are in Mexico right now watching us. And it's them always encouraging me, telling me to dream, never give up. Thank you to my parents for that gift. My principals, who were my mentors, wonderful principals, Mr. Sauer from James Workman, now Director of Human Resources, Mr. Tinoco, principal at Desert Hot Springs, and Ms. Drummond. They've been awesome mentors to me. Without them, I wouldn't be here. And now I'm going to say it in Spanish. Es un placer representar el distrito en la posición de subdirectora. Estoy muy agradecida y es un honor poder seguir mi compromiso con la comunidad de Desert Hot Springs y las familias de Desert Hot Springs. Quiero darle las gracias al gabinete, a la mesa directiva, a mi familia por su apoyo, a mis padres que siempre me dieron el valor de soñar y no darme por vencida. Mis directores, que fueron estupendos, me orientaron. El señor Sauer, con quien trabajé en la James Workman Middle School. El señor Omar Tinoco, que es director hoy de la preparatoria de Desert Hot Springs. Y la señora Drummond. Ellos me orientaron, me asociaron y estoy muy agradecida. Sin ellos no estaría aquí. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
And now I'd like to call up Mrs. Noel Gutierrez. We are also very pleased to recommend to the board Mrs. Noel Gutierrez as the new assistant principal for Desert Springs Middle School. Mrs. Gutierrez received her bachelor's degree and master's degree from Azusa Pacific University. She started her career with Palm Springs Unified in 2004 as a middle school teacher. In 2015, she was promoted to the position of district teacher on special assignment for secondary language arts and literacy. In this capacity, she has supported multiple teachers across the district with professional development and classroom support with language arts curriculum, classroom management, and distance learning. In 2020, thanks to her professionalism and dedication to our district, Mrs. Gutierrez was recognized as the District Site Support Person of the Year. As Dr. Killian, our Director of Secondary Curriculum and Instruction, noted, Mrs. Gutierrez is committed to offering all learners a quality education and strongly supports continuous professional development for staff within the district. She is a lifelong learner, and I believe she will be an extraordinary collaborative site leader. So we are very confident that Mrs. Gutierrez will be also another valuable addition to Mrs. Drummond's administrative team at Desert Springs Middle. So congratulations, Noel. Anything you'd like to share with the board? Anybody you'd like to recognize this evening?
Thank you. I'd really like to thank the board, the superintendent, and the cabinet for this exciting opportunity. I am humbled and I am honored by this. I especially would like to thank Dr. Kovitz and Dr. Murray for your encouragement and support as a teacher and as a TOSA. I would like to thank Dr. Kulian and at home Dr. Kalisak for being my mentors and my leaders and my guides and helping me pursue this opportunity. And a special thank you to my husband and my friend Kristen who are here tonight, and to all of my friends and families for their unwavering love and their ceaseless prayers as I pursue this position. And then Sue, I'm looking forward to working alongside you once again to serve the wonderful students and staff at Desert Springs Middle School. So thank you all very, very much.
All right, thank you all very much. Can I get a motion to approve the following employment agreements? Employment agreement with Maria Orejel, Assistant Principal, Desert Hot Springs Middle School, salary schedule 202, column 1, step 21, effective 4/27/22. Employment agreement with Rebecca Noel Gutierrez, Assistant Principal, Desert Springs Middle School, salary schedule 202, column 1, step 3, effective 4/27/22. Man, you guys start tomorrow. And employment agreement with Melissa Galato, Assistant Principal, Nellie Kaufman Middle School, salary schedule 202, column 1, step 5, effective date 4/27/2022. Can I get a motion for that?
Move for approval.
How about a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Congratulations to all of you. All right, that brings us to item 15B, approval of initial proposal for successor agreement from California Teamsters, Local 911, Teams 1 and Teams 2, to Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD, OE 4.9. Can I get a motion to approve item 15B?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion. How about a second, please?
Second.
Any discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item 15C, approval of compromise and release agreement number 21/22-07 between parents and district dated March 28, 2022, OE 6.1. May we get a motion, please?
Move for approval.
I have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That motion passes. Item 15D, approval of rejection of claim number 2021-2022-5, Maria Guadalupe Arizmendi Soriano, CS versus PSUSD 605-424-OE7. So can we get a motion to approve that item, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Approval, item 15E, approval of proclamation of Better Hearing and Speech Month, May 1st, 2022 through May 31st, 2022. Can we get a motion to approve item 15E, please?
Move for approval.
We have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item 15F, approval of monitoring report governing policy OE6, financial administration. May we get a motion to approve item 15F?
Move for approval.
How about a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions?
Could we have him give it again? I'm teasing.
Okay. Right now?
I'm done.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item 15G, approval of 2022 certificated summer school teachers, OE 4.4. How about a motion to approve item 15G?
So moved.
I have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Motion passes. Approval of resolution number 2021/2022-97, approval of increase to board member compensation pursuant to Board Bylaw 9250. May we get a motion to approve item 15H?
Move for approval.
We have a motion. How about a second? Second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed or abstaining? That motion passes. Item 15I, adoption of resolution number 2021/2022-102, finding the locker room improvements at Nellie Kaufman Middle School exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act and approving the filing and recordation of a notice of exemption, OE 12.12. May we get a motion to approve?
Move for approval.
How about a second, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Item 15J, adoption of resolution number 2021/2022-103, finding the security office additions at the Desert Administration Center exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act and approving the filing and recordation of a notice of exemption, OE 12.12. May we get a motion, please?
So moved.
How about a second? Second. Any discussion on this item? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. 15K, adoption of resolution number 2021/2022-104, finding the classroom improvements at Palm Springs High School exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act and approving the filing and recordation of a notice of exemption. May we get a motion to approve 15K, please?
Move for approval.
We have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Item 15L, adoption of resolution number 2021/2022-106, finding the site lighting at Desert Hot Springs High School exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act and approving the filing and recordation of notice of exemption. May we get a motion to approve, please? Move for approval. We have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. 15M, adoption of resolution number 2021/2022-107, approving the commitment of funds in the general fund ending balance, OE5. How about a motion to approve this item?
Move for approval.
A motion. How about a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
15N, adoption of resolution number 2021 2022-108, intent to expand full-day transitional kindergarten and/or kindergarten, and authorizing projects and filing of application for funding under the California Preschool Transitional Kindergarten and Full-Day Kindergarten Facilities Grant Program. That has to do with OE 12.9. May we get a motion to approve that?
So moved.
How about a second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That takes us to item 16, which has to do with the superintendent's consent item, where unless an item is pulled, we will vote on item 16A through 16G. So do we have a motion to approve all the items on the consent? So moved. I have a motion. How about a second, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That motion passes. Thank you. Can't get this paper. Item 17 is the board's consent item. Item 17A is approval of meeting minutes for April 12, 2022. May I get a motion to approve the board meeting minutes for April 12, 2022?
Move for approval.
We have a motion. How about a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Yeah, I'm gonna abstain. I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna abstain too. 18 is informational items. 18A is first reading of revisions to Administrative Regulation 3513.1, cellular phone reimbursement, OE 8.1. 18B, initial proposal for successor agreement for Palm Springs Unified School District, PSUSD, to California Teamsters, Local 911, Teams 1 and Teams 2, OE 4.9. And item 18C is submission of the early Head Start and Head Start reports per requirements for the Head Start Act of February 2022. The board has received and reviewed this information. Item 19 are suggestions for future agendas. Any future agendas? Setting of our next board meeting, a regular board meeting will be May 10th, 2022, 6 p.m. right here in the boardroom. 21 is to debrief. Anybody have anything they would like to debrief on? How about our student board members? Any critiques for this board meeting?
No, but I would like the board to attend the upcoming events that are occurring at my high school. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Kiana. Stephanie, any parting words of wisdom?
I would like to see you guys at our events too. It would be very nice. And no, I liked everything. Everything was nice. I'm sorry, what was the ACE? I liked ACE a lot. So consider them.
Thank you very much. Anybody else have anything they'd like to debrief on?
I just want to know if the student board members are going to continue being involved in student government or at the college level or in administration or leadership. What do you have in store? Any ideas?
I want to try to be involved at Berkeley, like in leadership in their community, so I can be prepared for the future.
I want to be involved in the ASB at Stanislaw. They said they have a program, so that interests me a lot. And I'm also going to go into minoring in business. So, yeah. And if I don't end up going that path, I would like to do what my ASB advisor does. I really look up to him. So, yeah.
Thank you. All right, item 22. Can we get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
I have a motion to adjourn. How about a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all very much for joining.